Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Source Versa second generation Diamond Dab of the Day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Join the family, send a like, and I respond to all comments. You ever hear that term, life is short, enjoy it while it lasts? Well, it's a common statement to those who believe that the essence of life is for personal pleasure, self-fulfillment, and enjoyment. Therefore, many seek to attain the good life with that mindset. But what is good life? And how can one really attain it? Is it just enough to live a good life? What about moving from a seemingly good life to a great life? Well, let's take a look at a good life and see how we can transition from a rather good one to a great one. Let's get started. Well, first, you got to ask yourself, what is a good life? Shuggy, do not eat the paper. A good life can often be described as a life that is self-satisfying and self-fulfilling. It's usually characterized by personal joy, fulfillment, and enjoyment of the small pleasures in life. When someone says that their life is good, it often means that they can access the basic things that give them comfort and pleasure. Well, what are the qualities of a good life? A good life could be the combination of the experience of goodness in many different areas. So when we have a good life, it can be said that we are healthy, happy, pleased, blessed, and have a good reputation. Well, what is health? Health is a state of a feeling, looking, and being healthy. It refers to a state of complete emotional and physical well-being, and is also referred to as a resource of everyday life. Health is not just the absence of disease, but also the ability to perform our daily activities without the limitation of health. Without good health, it would be practically impossible to do or achieve the things that give many of us a good life. Happiness, too. Happiness is a state of being satisfied with what you are seeing and the experiences you're having. Although happiness is usually short-lived, it plays a very significant role in triggering the enthusiasm required to achieve and live a good life and potentially get you to the great life. Everybody wants pleasure, right? Pleasure is an experience that makes us feel good. Different things give people pleasure. To some, it may be money. To others, it may be loving and caring for their spouse, children, or the ability to access whatever they want at any point in time. Although something is pleasant doesn't mean it's good. But people often pursue different pleasures to make them feel good. Peace. Wouldn't that be something? Peace is truly a state of physical, mental, and emotional calmness and the feeling of being secured. Peace does not necessarily mean the absence of challenges in your life, but the ability to stay afloat despite the storms. Essentially, you're a weeble who wobbles but doesn't fall down. When one is at peace, the mind is free from worries and anxiety. Money, well, it's an essential commodity in life. The lack of it can create stress, but having money, having enough to take care of your needs, can create an experience of a good life. The idea of pleasure being a component of the good life already signifies that there is a measure of satisfaction that can be gotten by the availability of money. You know, a lot of times people mistake a good life as a life with money, and that's all you need is money. And the one that has more money in the end is the one who wins. False. False. A good life isn't always characterized or only characterized by what you do or enjoy for yourself, but it's also about the perception of others about you. It's unfortunate, but a good name is better than riches. What do you think of that? Integrity and character are required to earn a good reputation with people. And this is also a very important component of a good life. It's not me saying it, it's the way it is. You want your credibility. You want a good reputation. You want to say what you do and do what you say. Well, you know what? If you do all those things and check off all those boxes and have all those things that potentially create a good life, maybe you can make it a great life. Living a good life may not be enough. We might just be living an average life. That's because unless we continue to grow, the things we cherish now might begin to slip out of our hand without growth. Moreover, the real essence of life is not only in personal happiness, but is also in growing continually and being the best version of yourself. We talk about it constantly here. And making meaningful impacts on others, contributions to others. So to turn a good life into a great life, we have to begin to look beyond our personal pleasure and convenience. We have to be committed to growth and never be complacent with any level of success we have. That's because success can come in the way of progress. To transition to greatness, we have to keep the pace of progress, move from one level of success to another, and from average accomplishments to greater accomplishments. To achieve greater accomplishments in life, we need to discover and turn on our passion. Our passion represents our true desire and what we're wired to do. It's our greatest source of motivation. Our passion. Passion creates hunger for more in you and produces the energy and drive required for living a great life. When you focus on what unleashes the energy in you, there is no limit on what we can accomplish. Absolutely no limit. Because life is measured by impact, not just by accomplishment. Our purpose is the reason behind our existence. It's the impact we are meant to make in life. Purpose is unique in that purpose is not self-serving, but people-serving. So the focus of life should not only be about pleasing ourselves, but about going out of our way to help others, championing a cause, transforming a society, because most great people in history are not remembered for what they accomplished for themselves, but rather by the impacts they made on the world around them. You see, average people revel in pleasure when they achieve little success, but great people celebrate their wins and go on to spur themselves up to greater accomplishment. If you want to turn your goodness to greatness, then we have to cultivate personal discipline. By moderate and designing carefully our pleasures and concentrating our energy and resources to building greater dreams, our goals will get bigger. We will stretch our level of success. That's right, beyond ourselves. Greatness in life continues to be a mirage if you don't cultivate the habit of building and nurturing and network too. And to network effectively, you have to be clear about your goals. What are you trying to identify? Networking is about mutual relationships too. There has to be a value on the table for both parties, all parties. Remember, when you're networking, it's a vertical and a horizontal network. People above you, people below you, people around you all the way. And today, with technology the way it is, you can leverage technology for your advantage. Reach out to new friends, wherever you can find them, all over the globe. I'm happy to say that I have people that I talk to in Europe, in Scotland, in Germany, in France, in Mexico, in Spain, in Australia. I have people all over Canada. So you know what? It's really broadened who I am. And sometimes, just sometimes, we learn the greatest life lessons as kids. But unfortunately, we discard them when we grow and become more sophisticated. So remember, everyone out there, don't just be satisfied with a good life. Turn your goodness into greatness by continually developing yourself, exercising our passions, and setting even bigger goals for ourselves, making really meaningful contributions in whatever world you're in. A world of one person, 3 people, 4,500 people, it doesn't matter. It's whatever world you're in. Make that contribution the best that you can. Let's take our diamond dab of the day with another old friend, our Source Versa upgraded edition. Very tasty dabs come out of this machine. Made very well, with a lot of thought and care. And a shout out to Randall, who used to be with, if not own, Focus. Now put all his good stuff into this brand. Here we go. Going to go up to 525 degrees really quick. That's pretty quick. Cheers, everybody, and thanks for joining me today. Very tasty. Cheers, everybody. Have a wonderful day. And remember, you can do it. Cheers.